What positive impacts do you think will come from COVID-19?
Companies and schools will not force people to come in when they are sick.
The new skills people have been learning. I've never even tried to plant anything, but I learned how to garden this year and now have fresh peppers and tomatoes.
I have started seeing family more regularly and playing games I had no idea about. It's been fun and it never would have happened without the pandemic. My dogs get a load more exercise, and I've saved money not going out, plus I am eating healthier as I am making the effort to cook.
As a legally blind person who's been frustrated for years about job prospects, finding something where I don't have to commute, COVID has been a godsend. Food delivery is great too. The downside is the increased cost of these items factoring in the cost of delivery. I guess if I'm not paying for any car expenses now, it probably balances out.
It has to be that drive-in movies are making a comeback.
Yes, I have to agree. I hadn't been to a drive-in movie since the 90s, and thankfully they started popping up again here in California. I was able to watch New Mutants and a bunch of classic actions movies this summer.
I think a lot of people are realizing how terrible some of their relationships have been, whether it be with employers, spouses, family, etc., and I think a lot of people are just taking a lot less shit from people. I also think so many have revisited past hobbies, or taken up new ones, or truly became reacquainted with feeling at home in their homes. I think both these things will result in a lot of people just slowing down and reassessing who is worth keeping in life.
Honestly, I think, and hope, it's going to lower barriers to work for people with disabilities. Offices and buildings are supposed to be ADA compliant, but that's only a small part of it. Remote work holds promise and opportunity for a vast pool of talent who have been sidelined because they can't get to the interview or don't get the role because they showed up with braces or a wheelchair. It won't reach everyone, but I hope it'll reach many more people whose talent has been disregarded.
Yes, totally. More help for people with disabilities, online ordering, grocery delivery, food delivery. It's been nice. Saves me energy when I can make an order for something and do a contactless pickup and they just put it in my car when I drive up. Not everyone has energy to spare for simple things like groceries or errands.
One of the biggest skills this experience has taught me so far is patience. Everything takes a bit longer now, and that's 100% fine, but I'm finding this perspective is making its way into other areas of my life as well. This time last year I would have moaned at being forced to walk everywhere because of how long it would take as compared to hopping on whichever bus was passing, but now I've gotten so used to doing it that I don't even mind anymore.
I think people are going to be a lot more conscious of germs and just public surfaces in general. I know for me it's something I think about constantly now.
People might finally start washing their hands.
People with the flu/cold wearing masks and taking precautions to not infect others. Seriously, pre-COVID. I can't explain with exasperation the amount of times I've seen people that were clearly sick, coughing, wheezing, and sneezing just carrying on about their lives like it doesn't affect those around them.
I agree, hygiene. I'm usually sick all the time, but I haven't been sick a day since lockdown. We've been open back up for months now with social distancing and extra hygiene measures in place everywhere. It's stunning. My kids haven't been sick either. It's like a miracle. Who knew people's gross hands and spittle was impacting my life so much?
Some people may not agree, but I'm really hoping all the online ordering and contactless deliveries keeps going.
Honestly, since COVID I really like the rule of extra space when in line. I hate people just breathing on my shoulder while we were in line. Also, I hated strangers sitting next to me on an empty bus, and it stopped.
Here in Norway that the plexiglass barriers, hand sanitizer, and extra cleaning have resulted in a dramatic drop in sick calls. The unions and the owners are talking about making the changes permanent because they've been so effective.
Reduced carbon emissions, I guess, obviously from the lack of cars on the road.
Yes, I have to agree, and also less air traffic.
Much smaller weddings in India. This is a big deal and a big financial saving.
My wife and I are really hoping outdoor dining sticks around here in California. We really enjoyed eating outside when we traveled through some of Europe, and hope it sticks after the virus has passed.
The absolute joke of the American healthcare system being exposed thoroughly. I mean, most people knew already, but it's a lot harder now to pretend it's anything but a shit show that needs fixing.
Not really related to the world as a whole, but COVID made me evaluate myself and my thought patterns. I can say now I haven't been so happy in a very long time, despite the looming sense of doom. I have more confidence in myself and I just overall have a healthier mindset.
I've enjoyed the bonding with my family. Normally my husband and myself work full-time. We have a 4-year-old son, who went to preschool. We decided to pull our son out of school and we both work from home. I know everything is all crazy, but I know we'll never get this quality time together again.
I'm from Spain. Being able to prescribe basic medicines online, instead of having to wait a minimum 15 days to ask for them in person, is a blessing. I hope they keep it this way.
Companies will realize just how much of the things they insisted on doing in person didn't need to be done that way. Without all the useless corporate nonsense, workers will be far more productive.
Many companies opened their eyes to the concept of working from home, and how it can be more productive for some people, especially those with social anxiety.
People will brush their teeth more often, because they notice how bad their breath is while wearing a mask.
It has to be the booze with food deliveries.
People might start to care more about environment and the pollution.
Essential workers are treated with more respect and given the gratitude they deserve.
On a personal level, my frivolous spending is way down since March. And if this keeps up for another 6 or 8 months, I'll probably be debt-free by next summer.
Honestly, I think people realize how precious life is, and to enjoy every moment you can. Making good choices for yourself and others. Also, I think it's definitely made people have more empathy, and has brought more awareness, especially to people taking care of their mental health.
Thanks for watching. If you have a view you want to share, please write them in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, so you don't miss out on more videos like this.